Good morning, Lynn Tucker Carnivore here. And I was just watching Carrie and Jen's from Homestead House video on the things that were unexpected that they feel got better on carnivore. And I thought, that is a good topic to discuss with people. First of all, I never in a million years thought that I needed to lose any more than, say, I don't know, 5 pounds. Because, as you get a little older, and even if you were thin throughout your life, you had your moments when, adolescent hit at 19 and your whole body changed and freaked out. And I went up to 125. That was the biggest I'd ever been. And then I had heard about Atkins, so I foolishly just went down to 60 carbs, which I thought was just crazy low, and pretty much lived on cottage cheese, tuna fish combination for probably a month and a half, and lost the 15 pounds that I needed to lose, but I don't think I did my body any service. So I've been basically around 120, 119, 123 all my life. So I thought, I really don't have to deal with weight, but look at my husband and all the great things that he's going through for healing benefits. And he had more to lose than I did, but he was never like obese or anything. He was just overweight. And so I was supposed to lose 20 some pounds. I never thought in a million years. So I did that. And I did it rather quickly too. Like my body, as I keep saying, took to carnivore like hummingbirds take to sugar water. It was crazy. And I know the visceral fat inside of me around the organs that's bad left first. And after that, I was just what I thought a skeleton. And then my body told me, this was like after 4 months, I think I lost everything that I needed to lose. And then I came into homeostasis, which is your body's not going to let you veer too far one way or the other if you're eating right. So found that to be 97.6 pounds. Normally you'd think you'd freak out if that was your situation, but I've never had so much energy, never slept so well, never had so much mental clarity. All of the things that they keep telling you about, the joy for the day, the thankfulness, the fact that you just feel so blessed, you get closer to our Maker. You feel like there is a real connection between you and our Lord, and you understand the truth of the gift of life. And you value it. You value nature. You value the life that you see in everything. Little bugs or, little geckos that are so cute. Or trees. You realize that everything has energy. And you have energy now. And it's all together. It's the weirdest thing. And at the same time, your body's saying, no, I don't really want that glass of wine. No, I really don't. I don't like those sweet things anymore. And everything turns around so beautifully and naturally. And if you have a lot of weight to lose, yes, the cravings will be more intense because you caved into them a lot easier than, say, I would. I was never into drinking large quantities of alcohol. I was such a lightweight, it was pathetic. And so everybody's different. And you got to know that if it's this great going into carnivore, your sugar addiction, you have to be honest with yourself and say, yeah, I am a sugar addict, and deal with it. Or if I'm over here, I can moderate, but I'd rather not. See what I'm saying? We all have our thing, and that I think is the more true spectrum of carnivore or of ketogenic eating. And that is, you know where you are, you know what triggers you, you know what you don't want to do because you're a moderator and you can do anything. You don't want to put your body through that kind of stress, because what's that doing? When all that sugar is going through your system, it's clogging your system. It's clogging your brain. And your brain is pretty much the head computer for everything that goes on in your body. So why do that to clog up the whole system, to get the guys in the boiler room all bummed out at you too? Why are you doing this when you know what causes it? And as a carnivore, you watch enough YouTube videos, you understand the whole physiology and biology of it, and you think, yeah, once my mind is clear, my body can start doing the things and processing things properly, and I start getting better, and I start feeling more like myself, more grateful for every day, and the people I know and the friends that I make, and you're so much more calm as far as adversity. When something stressful happens, it's much easier to handle. Now, for the benefits, as if those aren't enough, I got better eyesight. And it makes sense. If you have diabetes, your eyesight is, and your feet and your whole clogged system, because of inflammation, is what causes you to have these problems. So if you get rid of the inflammation, it's a pretty good chance that your eyesight might get better too. Just like mine. 5 measurements in my right eye, 2 in my left. And the eye doctor, well respected, got it once I explained it to him. And then said, I have to walk your prescription out to the front desk because she's not going to believe me. She's going to think I made a mistake. I'm an old man, you know. So it was great to tell everybody in the office about the fact that this happened to me. And it's natural to lose bad things when inflammation leaves your life. So to me, I think in addition to weight loss, energy, better sleep, eyesight better, just a general overall feeling about appreciating life, all that is enough for, I don't understand why people, hearing all these different YouTube videos, hearing RFK Jr. talking about seed oils and all the bad things that they've done ingredient-wise to our food, because a lot of people don't even know that carbs are sugar. Fruit is sugar. Fruit is sugar on steroids. They think, oh, fruit is wonderful. It's God's candy. Well, yeah, but when God made it, there were seeds all over it. It wasn't that sweet. And people really only liked finding berries seasonally in order to tide them over in survival mode. So it's not quite what it's supposed to be. But the vegetables have sugar in them. For goodness sake, the salt, the little girl with the umbrella, that has sugar in it. That's why we all tend to gravitate toward Celtic salt or pink Himalayan, or what more of us use is Redmond's real salt, because that needs to be good product too. So you're putting good things in, getting good stuff out. And that's how it works. So I don't, as I was just about to say, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to know. What's 30 days to you? Because 30 will turn into 60 and 60 will turn into 90 and you will change. But I'm just telling you, what's 30 days? What's a couple weeks? Why not try it? The only thing you got to do is make sure you take the bad influences out of your life. Like go through the fridge, go through the pantry, and get rid of things that will tempt you. Then you make bacon. We tend to make our bacon on a rack in the oven for 350 degrees for 30, 35 minutes, depending on how crunchy you like it. And we chop it in half so that the strips aren't so long. And we put it in baggies. We put it in the refrigerator. We have a craving at the very beginning. It was gold. It really helped us. The other thing that was really, really a big helper that I found out from Todd Bachnes from The Carnivore Cure, that's his handle on YouTube, was that Diet Coke was harder to quit than smoking cigarettes. Let that sink in for a second. But here's how he did it, and here's how Dr. Berry did it. They took sparkling water and their soda, and they used more sparkling water and less soda until they weaned themselves off. And that's how they did it. Otherwise, they couldn't have done it. It's that huge of an addiction. And it was a diet drink, which everybody says is fine. No, it's not. Whether artificial sugar or real sugar touches your lips, it triggers the brain area, that dopamine section. That's the same triggering, electrifying response as cocaine. They even did an experiment with mice. They gave one group of mice cocaine. They gave another group of mice sugar. The cocaine-like people went right over to sugar, and all of them preferred sugar. That's how addictive it is. Then you realize this, and you think, would I tell an alcoholic that just have one drink? No, because it would set them way back into eternity of drinking again. Same thing with sugar. You got to realize how powerful an addiction it is. It's huge. It's right up there with all of the worst. And all those addictions have people around you, a community, a mentor, a buddy system. And sugar? Oh, just try to stay off of it and, exercise. No, that's not going to work. You have to get off of it. And it might be a tough 2 weeks, but with the bacon, it'll help. And you start eating beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and you start feeling full for the first time in your life. You start really understanding, because the satiety, which is the feeling full genes or however it works in your system, start kicking in. And it's not like it was with all the other crap that we used to eat, that man-made frankenfood that is produced to get you to not be able to eat just one. So all of that kind of food is really hard to stop. But once you start eating beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, it's so much easier because you're full. You aren't craving because you've eaten until you're comfortably stuffed. And then you're drinking when you're thirsty. You might need a little extra salt in the beginning, some electrolytes, but for the most part, beef has so many nutrients in it that they've never told us it had. Bacon has more potassium in it than bananas. Try that one on. I know, the things you learn. Here's another question. Did you know that babies are born into ketosis? That's how they start out life. That's the very thing we all try to attain when we're carnivore, is working off ketones, because the brain works better on ketones. That's why you don't have brain fog anymore. And all these things work better in our system. Our system even makes the exact amount of carbohydrates we need. Anything more than that clogs the system. Now imagine what you're eating right now. Imagine how clogged you are. Why are you doing that to your system? Why are you doing that to your body? It's a team. You need to work together to be at your highest performance. Would you do what you do for a race car the same as you do for a clunker? No. You'd think about the fuel you put in a race car, wouldn't you? That's what we all are now. We're race cars. We're working at top performance, and it feels great. You need to try it. I've gone on too long, but I had a lot to say, because there's a lot of changes that are going to happen in your life, and it's going to be because of what you put in your mouth. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Eat meat. Be the master, like Dr. Kilt says. And hope is on the menu, like Dr. Eid says. So stick with it. You can do this. The first couple of weeks might be a little tough, but help yourself by getting rid of all the stuff that's bad around you that would tempt you. And then stay tuned, stay on it, and eat that bacon if you need it. And wean yourself off of all the things that you have to have. And you can do this. And wait till you see what happens to you. I know. Aren't you curious? You should be. So try it. It doesn't hurt. It's not like I'm asking you to live on kidney beans. I'm telling you good, great food. Even if it's bologna and hot dogs, that's carnivore. Just make sure there's not a lot of crap in either one of them. It's not hard. Take care. Live a better life from carnivore. Because why? Humanity needs to heal, and you're going to show somebody else how. Take care. Bye.